Alright guys, in this episode of DockSide TV, we're again bass fishing. We're going to be doing a little bit different technique though. We're going to be using our Flutter hooks on the Holy Jolly, and we're going to be following it up with what my little mini's holding right here, which is the Matrix Mini. So these are going to be in your subscription box. Check out this bass fishing episode. With the gloomy conditions we've been having, bass fishing's been the way to go. So let them know, Charlie, what you want to tell them.
Hope you catch a lot of fish on your boat.
And yes, we do. We hope y'all catch a lot of fish like we did on this episode right here. Stay tuned. Nice little chunk right there. Let's go over what we're doing here this morning. We've been doing a lot of bass fishing here lately with the tough weather. Been having low water, very little bit of sunshine lately. And as you follow us on our YouTube channel, you know that we really like sight fishing reds. Well, when the sun shines tough and there's a lot of rainstorms, sight fishing reds is kind of out, but one thing that really excels is bass. I got this dude kind of gut hooked. Let me get some pliers and I'll show you the lure. All right, so here's a look at the fish. Nice little pound and a half little chunk. This is the setup we're using right here today. It's our Holy Jolly Matrix Shad, but we got it on a Flutter hook. We've been using a lot of weedless hooks lately. This area we're fishing today isn't terribly grassy. So we want to show you how you can use this Flutter hook and get a very finesse style imitation here. Hope you heard that on camera. That was a smack and a half right there. Might even be able to see it. I don't know. I'd have to check it out when we put it on the editing equipment, but should have heard it for sure. That bass lit it up. I was just running it high on the surface, kind of like a frog, and pow. Awesome strike. These little fish towels come in really handy when you're catching a lot of fish. Keep your hands kind of clean rather than wiping them on yourself like I typically do, and my shirts don't smell too friendly sometimes. All right, so let's go over the presentation here. Again, it's a Flutter hook, and what a Flutter hook means is that the lead is on the shank of the hook rather than on the head of the hook like a jig head. So it's like a fluke style presentation. We're gonna cast it up on the bank, and you can run it high and just reel it, or you can rod tip down and twitch it like a fluke. Both are very effective. Head. That's what we've really been catching a lot of here lately, is these little dinkers. But if you want to eat them, they're legal and they taste great. They're a lot of fun, and they're really charging these lures that we use here. One thing that's really good with this fluke is it's got some good density to it, and it'll skip on the water, so when you approach docks like this, you can skip it on the water and get way up underneath the docks. A lot of times the fish will be under the docks. We've been finding them more on the open shorelines lately, just because I feel like the grass is a little bit thicker. But sometimes they're buried under all the docks. off right there. There's another nice blow up. So they got a little bit of grass right on the bank, and so what I'm doing is hitting the bank, and then I'm staying high over that grass. And then once I get to the edge, rod tip down, twitch, twitch, pause, and I'm killing it on that edge. So the bass could be right up in that grass. That's why you want to throw it and hover it over there, up over the grass. And then once you get past it, you can twitch it like a fluke. Oh, just like that. And that is how it's done. Now, we're looking for bass a little bit bigger than this, but that gave a great presentation on just how to do it and what to do. Go ahead and let this little rascal go. Whoop. And let's go over how you rig this thing. Hold on, let's do that in 1 second. I just heard a smack. Heard a smack under there. I don't know exactly where it was. Anyway, so this is your flutter hook. We carry these at matrixshad.com. The weight is on the shank of the hook, as you can see, and you just push whichever matrix shad you like on there. Today we're using Holy Jolie. Pretty clean water back here. I love Holy Jolie in the clear water, and this is a deadly finesse combination. 2 bites in a row right by that floating dock. Let's see if this Matrix Mini can get them. Go. That mini's a deadly follow-up bait for these small bass like this. And if they had perch, and if they got some perch around where you like to fish, this mini's great for small bass and perch. But I had a couple bites right there just now. Threw my perch rod in there with the little Matrix Mini on a 1/16 ounce, and he lit it up. See you later, little guy. They don't have to be that big when you're fighting them on an ultralight. Everything's fun on an ultralight. There we go, a little bit better fish. Right. This is what we catch today. This is your average size, little 12-inch marsh bass. This is a great eating fish if you're wanting some good table fare, but a lot of people let bass go, and that's what I'm going to do with this one here. I kept a couple to Friday night, but just the action on these things, and as aggressive as they are hitting on the surface, it's just a lot of fun. Right, that'll do it. Another little rascal. There we go. A little belly on this little dude. He's been eating good there. Hope you enjoyed this episode of DockSide TV. Catching little rascals like this. We got some nicer ones too. Make sure to subscribe to all our episodes. Make sure to subscribe to the Matrix Bait Box to get this new flutter hook. And we'll see you next time on the water.